was standing on my back porch, wearing the shape of my dog, but none of her warmth. Too tall, limbs too long. Its throat convulsed once, twice, and then it coughed up 2 rotting fingers onto the wood, each one still wearing a wedding ring I recognized instantly. My real dog was shaking between my legs the entire time, which meant whatever I was looking at had never been her at all. My name is Ross, and 2 days without a shower apparently qualifies as a wellness check emergency if you are my friend Jess. She let herself in that afternoon without waiting for an invitation, grocery bag swinging from one arm, already gagging theatrically at an imaginary stench the second she crossed the threshold. "Seriously, Ross, I am calling a hazmat team for your ass," she said, and I couldn't help but smile despite the teasing. It was supposed to snow that night, she reminded me, like that explained why she had shown up unannounced. I followed her into the kitchen anyway, keeping a little distance, half convinced I actually did smell. Fall had settled into the house along with the cold outside, and I hadn't done much with either. Mostly I had been unpacking boxes I didn't want to unpack, sulking through rooms that used to belong to 2 people instead of 1. My dog Belle, a German Shepherd getting on in years, padded into the kitchen from her nap with a long, sad whine. Jess practically tackled her, running both hands through that soft blonde fur like she had missed her more than she had missed me. "Whoa, careful, she's not as young as she used to be," I said. Belle wagged her tail, gentle, almost hesitant, and whined again. Jess cooed at her, worried out loud that something was off. And something was. Belle had been clingy for days, spooked by nothing, refusing to step outside unless it was absolutely necessary. "Maybe she misses them too," I said quietly, looking at the grocery bags instead of at Jess. Jess kissed Belle's forehead and got back to unpacking her offerings. Apple cider because it was fall, and a Tupperware of her famous molasses cookies, which were, without argument, one of the best things she knew how to make. Belle leaned her weight into my leg while Jess dug through the bag, and that is when Jess cleared her throat in a way that told me the mood was about to shift. "Hey, Ross," she started, her face folding into something more careful, more pitying. "You know you can talk to me, right? Losing both your parents. That is a lot to carry. Especially since they were, never mind. I hope they catch the guy. Hey, at least you got the house out of it." I looked at her, stunned, long enough that she realized how that last part had landed. "Shit, I am sorry, that sounded way better in my head. I am just trying to cheer you up, dude." A tear slid down my cheek before I could stop it, and I wiped it away fast. "No, it is okay. Thank you. It means a lot that you care enough to do all this." I nodded toward the bag. "So, those Godzilla DVDs?" We ordered pizza and settled in front of the TV, Godzilla vs. Hedorah playing while Belle sat at our feet collecting pepperoni and ham from Jess's fingers. We laughed every time an extra dropped dead from Hedorah's toxic gas. And underneath the laughing, I kept feeling watched, another tear building and slipping free without permission. "Hey Jess, mind if I use the bathroom?" I was already standing, stretching like it was nothing. "It is your house, dude. Go ahead, I will pause it." In the bathroom I took a leak, washed my hands, and looked out the window that faced the tree line behind the house. The feeling of being watched hadn't left. Snow had started, drifting down in that slow, chaotic pattern, unpredictable as anything else in my life lately. 2 tears fell, then a few more. I wasn't sad. I wasn't scared. I wasn't angry. My body was crying about something I couldn't even see, and I felt pathetic standing there letting it happen. Then I saw it, something dark at the tree line, unmoving, and 2 pale points glowing where a face should be. Eyes. I dried my face fast. The tears stopped the second I broke eye contact and stepped back from the glass, like I had slipped out of something's grip. Whatever it was, I left it behind in that bathroom. "Hey, I am back. Did I miss anything?" "No," I paused it, "remember?" "Wait, are you crying? Your eyes are all red." Something got in my eyes, they're just irritated. I lied. I wasn't about to admit I had been crying over some shape in the trees. Pathetic. Crazy. Pick one. Okay. Jess didn't look convinced, but she let it go and we sank back into the movie. I let the bathroom slide out of my head for a while, laughing until I actually teared up when Godzilla launched into the sky on his own atomic breath. By the time the credits rolled, Jess's voice had gone hesitant again. "Ross, can I ask you something? I don't want to bring up bad feelings, but how did your parents die? I know they were murdered, but how?" I looked down, weighing the question. Whether she really wanted the answer. Whether I really wanted to give it. The police said they were ambushed at home, out on the back porch. My dad first, there was a struggle, he got knocked unconscious. My mom came out after and got the same treatment. Whoever did it dragged them into the woods, and that is presumably where they bled out. Jess's face had gone pale, but she didn't stop me, so I kept going. The report said there were deep cuts along their necks all the way to the throat. And something got to the bodies after, animals or whatever, because when they found them there was flesh missing, bite marks everywhere. But here is the part that never made sense to me. On both of them, right hand, the ring finger had been bitten clean off. No trace of either finger at the scene. I figure the killer wanted the wedding rings. My parents almost never took them off. Probably sold them, the asshole. Jess looked horrified and a little scared for me. I am so sorry, Ross. I shouldn't have asked. She pulled me into a hug before I could stop her, and I stiffened, confused for a second. I had read that report so many times the details didn't touch me anymore, or so I thought, until I realized my face was wet and I hadn't noticed, and that feeling of being watched had crept back into the room with us. It is fine, really, I am okay, I told her, gently pushing off. Let me go throw the pizza box out. She watched me go, still worried. I grabbed the box and headed for the trash, and somewhere in there I lost track of Belle, no sign of her in the living room or the hall. Tears kept coming without permission as I dumped the box, and that watched feeling wouldn't let go of me. I turned toward the screen door on my left, the one that looked out over the woods. Belle was sitting on the back porch, staring at me. Gone eyes. An intensity that didn't blink, didn't waver, a gaze that felt like railroad spikes driving into my chest. My heart slammed against my ribs like something rabid trying to get out. Tears blurred everything hot and fast down my cheeks. Then I felt fur brush against my leg. Belle, the real Belle, pressed between my knees, whining loud, shaking just as hard as I was. I wiped my eyes. It was still there, still watching. And it was not my dog. His limbs were too long, his body too tall, too thin. The claws stretched far past where claws should end. Its eyes sat sunken above a snout that went on longer than any dog's had a right to. Snow kept landing on its starved, wretched frame, and it didn't flinch, didn't shiver, didn't breathe out a single puff of warm air into the cold. Then it shuddered. Once, twice. Its mouth opened. Drool ran thick from every edge of its jaw, dripping over teeth that were scraggly, uneven, wrong sizes at wrong angles. Its throat worked, and it hacked up 2 fingers onto the porch boards. Purple, swollen, rotted, each one still circled by a wedding ring. I knew whose fingers they were. I knew exactly what I was looking at. I couldn't move, paralyzed, staring into those unblinking eyes, until something in me found enough nerve to shove the real Belle back toward the door. We got inside fast. Jess took one look at me, sobbing, pale, and didn't say a word about it, just wrapped her arms around me while I fell apart. Please, could you stay the night? Please, Jess, I choked out. Of course, I don't have work tomorrow, it is fine. She let me cry for a long time that night, and I let myself cry without feeling pathetic about it, not once. I made up the couch for her, then went to my own room, Belle curling up beside me the way she always did. I couldn't get it out of my head. The eyes, the claws, the mouth, the rot blue fingers with rings I would know anywhere. I am lying here now trying to sleep, trying to ignore the tears that keep falling on their own, and I can't ignore the fact that it is watching me right now, through my bedroom window. If a story like this one gets under your skin the way it got under mine, stick around because this channel is full of them and I would genuinely love to have you back for the next one.